complex formation. Most of the transition elements form several coordination compounds in which a metal atom is linked to the number of anions or neutral molecules having lone pair of electrons. Means metals are having vacant d orbitals or vacant orbitals in which lone pair electron can be accepted, like iodide, cyanide, and so many other ions form complex compound with the metal. Now, mention the direct consequences of the following factors on the chemical behavior of transition elements. They have incompletely filled d orbitals in the ground state or one of the oxidized state of their atoms. They contribute more valence electrons per atom in the formation of metallic bond. Now, vacant d orbitals can accept lone pair of electrons donated by ligands. Consequently, transition metals form a large number of complex compounds. Now, due to large number of valence electrons per atom, the metallic bond in transition elements are quite strong. So, due to the presence of strong metallic bonds, transition metals are hard, they have high densities and high enthalpies of atomization. Interstitial compounds. Transition elements are having some holes on the surface in which small atoms like hydrogen, carbon, boron, nitrogen, they just sit in the vacant holes of the crystal lattice of transition elements and form bonds, giving formation of interstitial compounds. Though chemical characteristics of these compounds remain the same as those of transition metals, but they do undergo some significant change in physical properties. The principal physical and chemical characteristics of these elements are as follows. They are non-stoichiometric in nature. They have high melting point than the pure metal. They are hard, and some borides approach diamond in hardness. They retain metallic conductivity. They are chemically inert and they have high density. ये वाला पॉइंट लिखा नहीं यहाँ पर. They have high density. Alloy formation. Transition metals have almost similar size. Therefore, they have property to form alloys. For alloy formation, the difference in the size can vary from 10 to 15%. So because of their similar size, they can fit into each other's lattice points more easily and can form alloys. Alloys are hard and have high melting point. Now they have shown here that almost size is similar That's why they can form alloys. They have given the example of brass. Amalgam is an alloy of metal with mercury, except iron and platinum. All metals can form amalgams. Now, to which particular property of the following substances do you attribute it? Tungsten is used as a filament in bulbs due to its very high melting point. Tungsten carbide as drill tips because of very dense and hard. Steel as a structural material due to its hardness, high tensile strength, and tendency to resist corrosion. Now this is a table showing some alloys with their composition and uses of alloys. Like stainless steel, it contains iron, chromium, nickel. Brass contains copper and zinc. Bronze contains copper and tin. German silver, copper, zinc and nickel. Coinage alloys, silver, copper and nickel. So like this, there is composition of the alloys and with their uses.